So this is all about for the set S3. So this S3 is a basis and this S1 is also basis. So remember, a vector space can have more than one basis, so therefore basis is not unique. So never say the basis, you should say a basis only. Now we will go for one more example. It is P2 of x and we have to check which of S1 and S2 are basis of our vector space V. So I will do one for you and other one I will leave it to you, that is homework. So x square and 5 plus x. Our vector space is P2 of x. Okay. So let us go for the first condition, that is linear independence. So I will say let alpha 1 x plus alpha 2 x square plus alpha 3 5 plus x. Now what is our 0 of P2 of x? Yes, it is, you are right, it is 0x square plus 0x plus what? 0. Therefore so see, first of all you are having term of x square on the right hand side. So over here also, first of all I will write term of x square plus, now what is a term of x? There are two terms of x actually, alpha 1 x and alpha 3 x. So it will be alpha 1 plus alpha 3 x plus, what about the constant term? It is 5 alpha 3, which is equal to 0x square plus 0x plus 0. So this will imply or therefore you can say that after comparing, therefore this alpha 2 is directly 0 because over here coefficient of x square is alpha 2, over here it is 0, right? The next equation is alpha 1 plus alpha 3 is 0 and the last one is 5 alpha 3 is equal to 0, but this will imply alpha 3 is 0 and since alpha 3 is 0, this will imply alpha 1 is 0. So we are having alpha 1 as 0, alpha 2 is already 0 and alpha 3 is also 0. So therefore S1 is linearly independent, right? So I will call it as sum 1. Now we will go for the second condition, that is linear span of S1. To check, what we have to check, whether this linear span of S1 is equal to what? P2 of x, that is our vector space, right? Now note, how do elements of P2 of x look like? It is of the form a0 plus a1x plus a2x square, such that this a0, a1 and a2 belongs to what? R, right? So what is a linear combination of elements of S over here? It is alpha 1 x plus alpha 2 x square plus alpha 3 5 plus x. And how do element of P2 of x look like? a0 plus a1x plus a2x square. So a0 plus a1x plus a2x square. Now we have to find the values of alpha 1, alpha 2 and alpha 3 such that this thing is happening. So if we are able to find alpha 1, alpha 2 and alpha 3 such that this equation holds, I will call it as star, then we will say that that linear span of S1 is equal to P2 of x, and therefore this S1 is a basis of P2 of x. But if we are not able to find alpha 1, alpha 2 and alpha 3 satisfying this star, then it means that this linear span of S1 is not equal to P2 of x, and this will not be a basis. So chalo, let us proceed then. So after comparing, you will get 5 alpha 3 is equal to A naught, alpha 1 plus alpha 3 is A1, and alpha 2 is equal to A2. So this implies alpha 3 is A naught upon 5. So therefore what will be your alpha 1? Alpha 1 will be A1 minus A naught upon 5, and this is our alpha 2, that is equal to A2. Now whatever values we have found, let us verify that is right or not. So I will say consider RHS of star, that is nothing but alpha 1 x plus alpha 2 x square plus alpha 3 5 plus x, right? This is our star, this is our RHS of star. So which is further equal to, our alpha 1 is A1 minus A naught upon 5x plus our alpha So therefore we can say this linear span of S1 is equal to what? P2 of x, and therefore this S1 is a basis of P2 of x. Okay, I will call it as some which numbers we have came across, simply 1, so 2. So this is from 1 and 2, because S1 is linearly independent as well as linear span of S1 is equal to P2 of x. Now let us go for some important notes. Now note, any two bases of vector space we have same number of elements. What is the meaning of this? See, we have seen few examples on that. Now see, S1 and S3 both are bases of R2, but note both the set contains two vectors. So hereafter note that whenever you come across basis of R2, it is going to contain two vectors only. This is the meaning. And right now we have shown that the basis of P2 of x contains three vectors. So whatever basis you come across of P2 of x, it is going to contain three vectors only. This is the meaning of what? This first note. Now focus on second note. It is important one. If a vector space is having basis of n elements, then any set of n plus 1 vectors in V is linearly dependent, remember. So what is the meaning? For example, for V is equal to R2, just now we have seen basis set of R2 contains two vectors. So if you take any set having n plus 1 vectors, in the sense what? 3 vectors, because now value of n over here will be 2, right? Because basis set of R2 contains two vectors. So therefore any subset of R2 that is containing three vectors is going to be linearly dependent. This is the meaning of this second note. If we go for another example, say V is equal to P2 of x. So just now we have seen the basis set of P2 of x contains 3 vectors. So if you take any set somewhat like this as a subset of P2 of x which has 4 vectors, or you can say more than 4 vectors. Over here also, if it has 3 vectors or more than 3 vectors, still it is going to be linearly dependent only. Now this set is containing 4 vectors, so therefore this is also going to be linearly dependent. If we take set containing 5 vectors, still it is going to be linearly dependent only. So that's all for today. So thank you.